Hey everyone, it's Natalie. So I don't really have a planned video to do today, but I just thought maybe I would just kind of talk from the heart. You know, I think one of the major problems that we suffer with dealing with a narcissistic or toxic mother-in-law or father-in-law is that we feel misunderstood. And because we feel misunderstood, we at times can overreact or react in a negative way that does not reflect who we are and what our character truly is. And then you find yourself really frustrated with the situation because you reacted a certain way or you said something that maybe you shouldn't have said, and you know that those people are now looking at you, in a different way. And so then you try to overcompensate, by doing different things to make up for your reaction or to make up for a mistake you made or something you said that maybe wasn't positive. And then all you do is find yourself even deeper in that hole by trying to overcompensate for something that you're trying to make up for. And you find yourself like in this cycle doing this because you're like, can I push restart? Can I just start all of this over again? But what I can tell you is this: even if you could press restart, it wouldn't make a difference in the way that your toxic in-law sees you. See, they already had a preconceived notion of who you were and what your character is all about way before they met you, okay? So even if you can push a restart and show them, no, I'm not like that, I didn't mean to say that, the reason why I reacted is because, of actions that you did towards me or whatever. But the truth is that this has been planned for years. Basically, the moment their child was born, they knew that no matter who it is, no matter who comes along, guy, girl, transgender, it didn't matter, okay? That they were going to be treated the way that you're being treated right now. I think that is the hardest part to actually, come to realize, is that it didn't matter if it was you or Betty Sue down the road or Jerry or Tommy or whoever your partner decided to marry or date, that you were already disqualified before you even met your partner. And so having that realization and you're coming to terms with that it didn't matter, it has nothing to do with you personally, you find yourself in feeling really lonely and feeling like, why don't I matter? Why don't I matter? And that's where you start to kind of get yourself in trouble because you start reacting negatively because you're angry at the narcissist for not accepting you and having this I don't know. It's just like they have pre-planned this attack long before they even knew you. And so you just find it so unfair. And when you're in that situation, my allergies are really bad today. When you find yourself in that situation, I can remember being misunderstood and feeling so lonely sleeping next to my husband. Felt like he did not get it. And no matter how much I had proof or how much I showed him or explained or pointed out, he didn't get it. It wasn't until I stepped back and allowed the narcissist to expose themselves to their very own child did he wake up to the realization that there was a preconceived notion of who I am, what my character is, and the game was never fair, right? There was already cheating happening before this relationship game started with your partner. And you find that the narcissist has these ways, if you want to say, you know, the game or whatever, cheating in the game where it makes it look like you're the cheater in this game, right? They make it seem like, and I'm just using this as an example, you know, maybe I should use another one, but anyways, but they make it seem as though that they're the fair referee, that what they do and what they say is all fair, right? But what you do is cheating, right? And I'm not saying like cheating in a relationship. I hope you understand what I'm trying to convey, but and one of the problems with this whole game that the narcissist plays is that they have been coaching and refereeing everyone around them way before you came along to convince them that the narcissist is always right. They're not going to lie, that they're not going to cheat, that what they have to say is the truth. When in reality, everyone that's been around the narcissist has been being cheated by the narcissist, right? Because you find out that when you first entered this family, everyone tends to be welcoming and inviting and things like that. So you start trusting people within that family. And so when this whole situation finally explodes, you think you can go and talk to people within that family about your situation and they would protect you or be on your side. But because the narcissist has been coaching and refereeing everyone surrounding them way longer than you've probably been alive, no one believes you. And they go back to the narcissist and tells the narcissist everything that you told them. And you think, like, and I think that's why it gets so lonely. Because you think that there's people that actually care about you within that family or friend circle, that you can actually have confidence and talk to. But you find out that you really don't. And that's where the loneliness, the sadness, the depression, the anxiety, not knowing who to trust, just all comes and blows up in your face. And you're in this situation where you don't have anyone to talk to. You have no one to talk to. And no one understands. And one of the things that I found is that the people that, you know, are on my side, that support me, like my mom and everyone, they get tired of hearing it. Because you keep tolerating it. Even when somebody that really truly cares for you, is looking out for your best interest, tells you, hey, you need to let the narc go. You need to just, you know, push her out of your life. You don't tend to listen to them. So over time, the people that care for you get tired of hearing it. And so then you find yourself even more lonely, having these challenges by yourself. Because even the people that like love you and care for you and things like that, if they have not experienced what you've been going through, it's like talking to a brick wall. They won't get it. They don't understand fully. Like, they might be like, oh, just ignore her. You know, she's going through PMS or menopause or, you know, things like that. They might say something like that when they don't understand that this is actual abuse. So it's easy for people that haven't been in the situation to blow you off and act like you're just making a big deal about nothing, when in reality, you're being abused psychologically, emotionally, and some even physically. And I started this channel because I was alone. And I thought if I could just reach out to someone to talk to, someone to relate with, that I wouldn't feel so alone. And my channel over time has progressed into a lot of us women becoming sisters. And I never thought that starting this channel, I would meet so many other women in my same situation. And also, I knew that I would find people because 60% of all marriages end because of meddling mother-in-laws. And 80% of marriages are initiated by women. So I'm thankful that I found everyone. I'm thankful that I'm able to help you. What sucks about all this is the reason why I'm able to help you and help navigate how to live your life in this situation is because I had to figure it out on my own. I didn't have anyone. I had to try techniques and methods throughout the years, almost 23 years, and some failed. Some made me look like a jerk. Some made me look like a horrible person. And other times, I was the winner. I was the good guy. And people started to see that. But one thing that you have to learn is that you have to step out of your own way and let the narcissist expose themselves for who they are. Because no matter who you go and tell or who you go talk to about it, unless that other person experiences what you have experienced, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. And I hate the fact that some people, like, when it comes to narcissistic abuse, it's like, oh, that's not real abuse. And it's like, yes, it is. It's totally real abuse. And what sucks is that the person that you love doesn't protect you from it. But I will tell you, when I stepped out of my way, my own way, and stopped screaming at the top of my lungs from the rooftop to my husband about what was going on, and I allowed the narcissist to do what they did without saying anything or doing anything, my husband finally saw it. I was in my own way. Because a person cannot experience what you've experienced unless they are the experiencer. You can go and tell someone this and that, but because everyone has a different experience with certain people, they're not going to understand what you are telling them unless they've experienced it. I'm just, some days I do find that I struggle, because after 23 years, you would think like I'd be loved and accepted and welcomed and cherished. And it hasn't ever gotten to that point. And that's why I believe that it's so important for you guys to really listen to me when I tell you that you cannot change a narcissist. You cannot change a narcissist. This is the way your life is going to be for the rest of your life. And the only option you have to avoid this type of conflict is going no contact. Or I don't even suggest gray rock, but you can, low contact. Because nothing is going to help the situation. A matter of fact, if you allow the narcissist to stay in your life, the situation will get much worse, and you will be traumatized even more. All right. I guess that's all I really had to say today. Appreciate all the support, and I'll see you later. Peace, love, and harmony. Bye.